Alright, well this is pretty awesome. Fisher season opened Saturday, 3 days ago. I was able to get out and set 2 traps on Sunday, and today's Tuesday and I caught myself a fisher. Last night it was pretty cold and frosted the ground, and I think that's what got this guy moving. I'm pretty sure I saw him the last Saturday of archery season. I was stock hunting this area, and I'll see if I can find that video of him, because I did get a video of him. But I was stock hunting this area. It was snowing that day. Ton of tracks over here. And what I noticed, I think this is pretty typical of fishers. They'll find these creek bottoms, and they like it when it has a lot of overhead cover like this. So a bunch of pines in this area, and they like hunting on these creek bottoms. And what I noticed from his tracks were he was using trees like this to cross the creek, and they just like running on down trees. So what I tried to find was 2 good locations where I thought maybe they'd use a log to cross the creek, and then somewhere at the base of that log, whether it was this one, just so happened it's the same log, find an uprooted section. But I'll show you the other set, and show you kind of how I set them up so that they're coming down the log, and either if they're crossing from this side coming up, they're going to smell the bait and lure, or if they're crossing from the other side, they're going to get done, come around, smell the bait and lure. I used my beaver bait that I put just about everything I had in it. I used that here, and I used my muskrat bait that I made on video. You can go check out those videos. I also used just a little bit of lure, Cave and K9 Force, which I used a tiny dab of that, but I blocked this off with, you can see some pine trimmings here on the ground that he knocked down. I kind of blocked it off and put all the bait and lure in the farthest part back of this uprooted section, and blocked it off, set a trap right in the way, and I got him. So in PA we're only allowed to use footholds. We're not allowed to use any conibears on dry land. This is awesome for my first legal PA fisher. The season is only 2 weeks long, and they just changed that recently. It used to be only 5 days, and now they give us 2 weeks. So wasn't able to get one last year, but I definitely connected this year. Alright, so here's something I wanted to show real quick. I came to look at the paw that I caught him on, and really I can't even hardly tell which paw it was. And that one's completely fine right here. I think after looking really close, I think I caught him by these 2 toes right here. But I mean, I can hardly even tell. There's absolutely no damage, just a little bit of a line, I guess. No blood, no broken toes or anything. He's completely fine. I was just holding him there. But look at the claws on that thing. Man, these are vicious animals. Alright, so this is the second set, and same thing, uprooted tree here. I'm on the other side of the uprooted section, but the tree runs down here, crosses the creek. There's a couple different down trees, some over there. But this is the best one I could find that I could put a cubby set at. I'm just a little bit downstream of the other trap I had over there, and we're in the same kind of area where there's a lot of overhead cover. and this is where those fishers like to run. They run up and down hunting the streams with a lot of overhead cover. So stuck a cubby set here. You can see I kind of blended it in with some pine clippings down into here, which this was a lot bigger opening, and I kind of narrowed it off with the pine clippings. I also put some guiding stuff over here, sticks and a stone, and my pan's probably right about there. So hopefully that would entice them to step right on the pan. I got my bait back as far back as I can get it, jammed into the dirt, so they're gonna have to work at it a little bit. Probably up my chances of them stepping on the pan. But I do have that skunky bait in there, so if they are crossing one of these other, you know, say over there or maybe over there, hopefully they'll get a whiff of that skunky bait and come over to this cubby. But that's about it. Worked really well. It's the first time I've ever caught a fisher during the season. I've caught other ones just in fox and coyote sets, but that's my first legal one. So this set I'm probably just going to leave as is. Even fox will go into a small cubby like this. They won't go too deep. This one's pretty shallow. The other one was pretty deep. I was pretty happy with how deep that one was for the fisher set. But I think a fox would even enter this one a little bit. I might be able to catch a fox here, but on the other location, I think what I'm probably going to do is, instead of resetting that trap in the cubby, I'll move it to outside in the open a little bit and put maybe a dirt hole with some scent there, and then that'll be a focal point for maybe a coyote or fox coming into that fisher smell that's all in that area. So they'll smell that, come in, and then they'll have a focal point to come investigate, you know, the dirt hole that I set out in the open, and I might get a chance at a coyote or a fox. I know I've seen coyote tracks run right through that area as well. So anyway, I'm done fisher trapping for the year, and it always feels good when you end on a fisher with the tag on it. So all right, coming down the trap line, and I got a coon in the dog proof, and I used the bottom of the pop can trick on this one. It looks like there's a piece of it here in the mud. Yeah, here it is. So I'll probably be able to reuse this. Sometimes you can't reuse them after they get a hold of them and crush them to bits, but that one I think I can reuse. I'm on a location here where two creeks kind of converge, and just set on this point, and I also set over here, which it looks like, I don't know if that was him or not, but took the pop can off this one and completely cleaned me out without setting off the trap. But I got him over here, so I'll get him taken care of, and go check the rest of the traps. He's a curious little guy. Yeah, he's pretty big. Fat coon. Probably a boar. So I'm coming down the trap line, which is on a road, and here's another good thing about using that trick, the pop can or whatever. Clean up the sides of the roads. I just grab these whenever I see them, throw them in my trapper basket, and cut them off whenever I need another one, because they do get damaged, like I said, when you catch a coon in them sometimes. So here we are coming off that same road. Look down there, and I see a pretty good sized coon just lounging there in a trap. Alright, kind of a funny coon here, but laying on his back. Definitely a boar. Pretty good size again, and same thing with the bottom of the pop can trick. Right on this creek, goes underneath the road. I'm pretty sure they use this culvert. They run up and down it to get from one side of the road to the other. I got another one over there. Still looks good. So we'll take care of this guy. Alright, so it looks like I might have missed something. You can see right in the middle I can't believe that pan didn't go off. But right there, there's definitely an imprint. Looks pretty small. Could be a fox on this dirt hole set here. So what I'm gonna do, you know, we probably didn't spook that fox too much. Might have just felt the ground shift underneath of him a little bit, or sink, and the pan didn't go off. I have him bedded really nicely. He didn't dig it up. So what I'm gonna do is just do a little squirt of urine on there, and hopefully that'll get him to come here and attack this dirt hole a little bit more aggressively. He'll think another fox came in and was investigating this, and maybe that'll just get him fired up a little bit. So we'll see. Alright, so not a bad day on the trap line. 2 coons, a fisher, and looks like I just missed a fox. But this coon I just got done weighing, 15 pounds. This one's 13 pounds, and the fisher's on the scale right now, 13.23 pounds. So it's a pretty good sized fisher. They don't get much bigger than that, and pretty happy with it. So thanks for watching, and good luck out there.